Good damn evening, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Now check this out. Studies show our appearance directly affects our mental health. Many anti-aging supplements found on store shelves try to capitalize on that. Most of them fall short. This is because they fail at targeting the root of the problem. This is why I highly recommend Health with Jericho. This amazing collagen quickly restores youthfulness to your skin. It helps combat wrinkles and does so better than anything else I've ever tried. Imagine how good your skin could look this summer with it. If you've been looking for a great way to look and feel your best, you'll love Health with Jericho. Get up to 51% off for the next 24 hours by going to healthwithjericho.com or visiting the link below. Now, I planned on doing this video tomorrow, mañana, but I couldn't do it, guys. I couldn't do it. I had to talk about that shit right now, okay? So, Colin, Lord of the Wokians, Kaepernick. Colin, wear too many fucking hats, Kaepernick. Colin can't decide what he wants to do with his life, Kaepernick. So now, guess what this fool is doing? Guess what this fake, fraudulent, phony, fugazi fuck is doing? He's crawling back on his hands and well-used knees back to the NFL. You heard it right, guys. Now remember, he's the same guy who already had a workout a couple of years ago or 2 years ago with 25 NFL teams. Name a player who can get 25 NFL teams to show up and give them and only them a chance. Exactly. Nobody. 25 teams come out to see this fool perform. He changes it an hour before the event is supposed to go down. He changes it to a high school where he wants to go and his camera crew with total transparency. I think that's the moment right there where the NFL was done with his ass. You got us flying people out here, booking hotels, taking our time, and you're going to move it? Who the fuck are you to move anything on the NFL? But he did it. Then he sued the NFL and won. They paid him out. Then he goes on Netflix and does his Colin Kaepernick in black and white docuseries. And in the very first episode, within the first minute of the first episode, you got a scene where these slaves are on the auction block. And we go, can I get 75 for them? 75, 75, 80, 85, all that shit, right? With the slaves. The slaves step down from the auction block, walk into the next room, and then they transform into NFL players at the combine, saying that the slave auction and the modern day, present day NFL combine are the same. Slaves back then are NFL players now, okay? And I did a whole video on the review of the entire Colin in black and white docuseries. Yes, I suffered through every episode just for you guys, did a review. Check that shit out. Matter of fact, I'll find it, put the link in the description box, okay? So he did that. He did his Colin in black and white, saying that slaves of the past are the same as NFL players today. Now, I also talked about something that I read. Okay, if a slave, an African slave in America, worked for 50 years at their rate of pay, after that 50 years, they would have $185,000 in their bank account. Working for 50 years. The everyday person can work that long and make more money than that. But slaves, and I can't remember, I put all that shit in that video, but I can't remember what it was per hour or week or whatever, but it worked out to $185,000 after 50 years of work. Colin Kaepernick made $14 million in one season. League minimum is like $650,000. But you're going to tell me Kunta Kinte is the same as Colin Kaepernick today in the NFL. I know. Bullshit. But he did all this and countless other things. Remember, he was in he was on the cover of Ebony magazine with his fake ass afro blowing in the wind. It's his real hair, but it's fucking fake. You ain't no damn activist. So his fake ass afro is blowing in the wind. He got on a beige suit looking like a fucking businesswoman from the 90s. All that shit. And now what is he doing? He is crawling back to the NFL for what? A job. Oh, Colin, hold up, dog. What happened to all that Nike money, that Ben and Jerry's money? Is that shit running out? Is it more expensive than you thought to keep up with your girlfriend's hummus habit? Why are you doing this? Why are you going back to an institution, to a company, an organization, an entity, whatever the fuck you want to call them? Why are you going back to them for a job? What happened to this? Is this hand gesture not as powerful as this one? Oh, so this one is overtaking this one. This one is good for a while, but when this one runs out, you need this one to come back. And if this one ain't bringing the checks, we got to have this, don't we? So you got to go back to the NFL. But they're slave owners. There's an open slave market. You telling me you want to be a slave? Are you the first person in human history to want to be a slave? You mean, I never heard about no slave coming back to the plantation saying, anybody in there? You guys need a slave? No? You got enough? All right. Down the road he goes. Yeah. Hey, you guys need slaves here? Because I'd love to be one. I'd love to go back to this organization that's not only trafficking in slavery, but they're racist. They are racist. Where are all the people talking about, hey, I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do that until Kaepernick gets another job in the NFL? That was just some popular shit to tweet for the summer. They don't give a fuck about you, Cap. They all know Cap is crap. How are you going back, you sorry, fake son of a bitch? Colin Kaepernick is more fake than a set of LA titties. How are you going back to the NFL? What about all this shit you've been talking? What about all these awards you've been winning and these magazine covers you've been on? All about this bullshit. This is what this is. Bullshit. It had its time. That time is past. Black Lives Matter, Black Power, all that shit they're talking now. It's this. This can turn into this, but this usually brings this. That's why they do this. For this. Remember, what's her name? One of the founders of Black Lives Matter? She was just like Craig's uncle in Next Friday. As soon as I got that money, I was gone. She said, pew. You ever see like the cartoons where they leave so fast that their silhouette is still there for a second? That's how fast she got her ass the fuck away from black folks. She was like, what? Did that check clear? U-Haul, beep, beep, beep. Come on in, get me the fuck out of here. What else do you need to know? Colin is full of bullshit. You know why he doesn't care about police brutality in black and brown communities? Because it's not lucrative anymore. He didn't give a shit about you guys in the first place. You sued this organization for being what you called racist. Now you're going to come out the front door and walk around to the back and ask for a job? Oh, shit. Colin Kaepernick has been out of the NFL for like 6 years. He hasn't stepped foot on a field, an NFL field, in 6 years. Now, if you're serious about being in the NFL, what you would have done, number one, you never would have left because the 49ers offered him another contract. He turned it down. He was benched. He was benched for Blaine Gabbert. Look him up. Just Google shitty quarterback and Blaine Gabbert's face will pop up. He sucked. He sucks. He's still in the league. Garbage. Kaep got benched for him. What does that tell you about Kaep? He's not serious. His mind is going in 5 different directions for 5 different products. Ain't about no NFL. If you were, you never would have left. You know how hard it is to get in there? You know how many people would have killed to have 25 teams come and look at them and only them? He ain't serious. He's lying. Lying. And all these blue check marks and shit don't want to admit it. They know it too. How are you going to sue a company for being racist and then a year later ask for a job with that company? One of 2 things. Either you were lying in the first place or that company's not racist. Why the fuck would you go back? I'll tell you why. That money's running out. His phone, boom, boom, boom. His shit's buzzing all the time. It's his accountant. Hey, man, your funds are getting kind of low, Kaep. What are you going to do? Nike, damn. Hey, Ben, Jerry, babe, hello? Damn, they ain't calling me back. Shit. Where's all my money? Oh, it's going. It's going out, but it ain't coming in. What you gonna do, Kaep? What you gonna do? Shit. Let me go over here and I'm gonna ask the NFL for my job back. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, I'll see you later. I'm out the door. Wait, Kaep, come back. You left your pride and your dignity. I don't need that where I'm going. Well, Kaepernick, you sorry bastard. Ain't no team gonna pick your ass up. You know why no team is gonna pick you up? Because you're not gonna take the job they're gonna offer you. They're gonna offer you some 3rd string bullshit, some practice squad bullshit to number 1, see if you still got the skills. 6 years, you've been out of the game. There's shape and there's football shape. They got to know that you're in football shape. You're an investment, dummy. And apparently you didn't do any of that with your money or you wouldn't be crawling back to the most racist organization on earth, the ones that you sued for being racist. You, like my man Craig Long would say, you can't make this shit up, okay? You get a room full of the best Hollywood writers, gun to their head, they're crying, oh, please, snot bubbles, all that shit. You write me a good story. You write me a story where a guy sues an organization for being racist and then asks them for a job 1 year later. We can't. We can't do it. We're not stupid enough to write that story. What? You call a company racist, then you're going back and asking for a job. Somebody, oh, here, let me pick. Ow, no, I'm not dreaming. This shit's real. Oh, Kaep, boy, you suck. Man, let me get the hell up out of here. It was a beautiful day. My son had his T-ball parade, hooked up with my boy and his son, went out for a long bike ride. They got this retro arcade. It's called Back in Time Arcade. Man, they had Tekken 3 in there. They had Tron. They had Mortal Kombat. Then they had the Pac-Mans and the Mario Brothers, all that shit. They had all the classics in there. Love it. We'll definitely be going back. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I'm also on Spotify. I'm on Rumble. I'm on Recoil TV. Green Gear 20% off. Promo code 1984. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.